Tap Into's here today with Dr. Dashore, and you're a Lyme disease expert because first as a mother, right, with your own son. So tell me a little bit about your experience with Congressman Chris Smith.
Mm-hmm. We met, my son and I, we are both survivors, and we are thriving now after recovery from Lyme disease. It was excruciating for a few years, being in wheelchair, excruciating pain, and we recovered. And since then, we've both been advocates for spreading awareness of Lyme disease. We met Congressman Chris Smith in 2014. We became aware of his work. We were at a New Jersey Lyme disease conference. That's where we first met. Mm-hmm. And it absolutely blew my mind. This Congressman Smith has worked tirelessly for years trying to raise awareness for Lyme disease, trying to raise funds for research, for much better testing, for treatment, for early diagnosis, early intervention, just to prevent the enormous toll that it takes not only on the person but also the families and often extended families of people. I would say Congressman Smith is he's been often mentioned as being a national treasure, but I would actually say he is an international treasure. I have been treating patients from over 40 countries around the world. Lyme is a pandemic, and there isn't a single politician who has any kind of influence on coming up with laws and bills that would benefit people with Lyme disease anywhere in the world other than Congressman Smith. I don't know anybody who works harder, and I've heard such wonderful stories about him. He's up at all hours. He's campaigning. I just think he's amazing, and it's an honor to be on the same podium with him. It's a sheer honor.
I think he feels the same way about you, from what he's told me.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. And your practice is in Marlborough, New Jersey?
Yes, BioNexus Health.
Okay. And what's your office phone number in case someone's watching this and wants to reach out?
Sure. My website is simple. It's bionexushealth.com.
Okay.
And the phone number's on there. Otherwise, I'll give it to you as well. It's 732-772-1989. It's a small office. It has been dedicated to treating patients of all ages with completely plant-based approaches.
Plant-based approaches.
Completely naturopathic plant-based approaches.
Okay,
yes.
And that is what treatment your son had?
My son had a combination.
Mm-hmm.
My son was extremely severe with excruciating pain, in a wheelchair, could barely move, could barely speak. We had conventional treatment along with naturopathic treatment in order to minimize the impact on the gut, because unfortunately one of the side effects that my son Brian had was severe gut issues with doing a lot of heavy-duty antibiotics. My son ended up with 11 co-infections, not just Lyme disease.
Wow.
So the approach had to be pretty aggressive. We were not just looking for remission, we were looking to save his life. So we did what we had to do,
right,
and we had to follow it up with naturopathic approaches, and plant-based just works phenomenally.
Right. Well, thank you. And you're treating people all over the world, right?
Yes.
In other countries.
Yes.
So really, it's amazing. Thank you so much, Dr. Dashore.
You're welcome.